Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Tate's journal gets mishandled. Theresa is furious about her son's admittance. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Tate Black will attempt to turn adversity into an opportunity. Tate is happy that he won't have to return to prison, but he is still required to wear an ankle monitor at the halfway house. Tate's recent visit was only to check on her and clear his record, but it must hurt that he is also subject to a restraining order that requires him to stay at least 100 feet away from Holly Jonas and the DiMera estate. Tate will adopt a tactic to process his emotions since he must remain at the halfway house whether he likes it or not. Since Tate needs to attend therapy sessions there frequently, his counselors will most likely recommend it. According to Teasers for Days, Tate will write in a journal throughout the week of March 25th to 29th as he considers his feelings toward Holly and the mayhem. Tate has been juggling so many contradictory feelings, so it ought to be cathartic. Tate will talk openly about his conflicted emotions and let them to spill into the paper because DOOL fans are aware of his shattered heart. Tate's attraction to Holly has only gotten stronger over time. He's had a crush on her since he returned to Days as an older recast. Tate, nevertheless, also felt taken advantage of when Holly neglected his own attempts to date her in favor of her unachievable Johnny Dimer fixation. Tate was thrilled about the possibility to go out with Holly on New Year's Eve because everything changed when she apologized and asked for another chance. Their date night concluded with Holly fighting for her life in a coma because, regrettably, she took drugs to the party and disregarded Tate's warnings not to consume them. In the present, Tate is still conflicted about Holly. Tate still feels pulled to Holly and misses her while being angry and saddened by her denial of the reality. According to Teasers for Days, Tate will write all of this down in his journal and may forget about it when Theresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, pays him a visit. Theresa may invade Tate's privacy by reading about his conflicting feelings towards Holly, since she will undoubtedly find an excuse to become enraged and press him for clarification. Tate's entry may even contain hints that he is tempted to violate the restraining order and risk everything for Holly once more. In any case, Theresa could not get how Tate could feel anything other than disdain for Holly right now. Theresa might prevent Tate from ever considering allowing Holly to ruin his life after she questions him and learns more about his genuine emotions. Stay tuned for our predictions on all the family strife as spoilers suggest Theresa will receive some tough news from Tate, most likely as a result of his journal revelations. Will Li Shin bring Big Brother back to life and ruin Wendy and Tripp's wedding? Days of Our Lives teasers indicate that the week of March 25th to 29th will see Wendy Shin and Tripp Johnson have a heart-to-heart regarding their future. While in captivity, Tripp and Wendy got married in a makeshift ceremony and exchanged some very important vows. Naturally, Wendy also persuaded Tripp to swear that after they were out of that mess, he would marry her for real. At that moment, Tripp and Wendy genuinely didn't think they would survive, but happily, they did. All that remains to be seen is if Wendy and Tripp's wedding arrangements will proceed as planned. Days spoilers claim Tripp and Wendy will accept the next phase of their relationship, so they might discuss any unresolved issues and determine that getting married is something they truly want to do. Wendy might perhaps have few family members present for the wedding. Given her father's health concerns and the possibility that her mother would prefer to remain in China with him, Wendy might not even believe that she will have any. According to Days teasers, Wendy might feel depressed before the wedding because she won't be seeing Li Shin and their brother-sister relationship. Wendy might confide with Tripp about how much she wishes Li had lived to attend her wedding. Given that Salem is one of the few locations where individuals can rise from the dead, Wendy may, of course, be in luck. When Wendy and Tripp are about to marry the knot, what happens if Li starts to ruin weddings? Maybe Li will suddenly stand up and say Wendy can't get married without her big brother present to celebrate her happiness when the officiant asks for objections. It might provide amazing news and raise many questions about how this is feasible. Wendy might be curious about Li's whereabouts and how he managed to survive for so long. It could be similar to the circumstances surrounding Philip Kiriakis, Jean-Paul Lavoisier, who was previously thought to be dead by the majority of Salem residents. Likely, who was also driven to the brink by his passion with Gabby Hernandez de Mera, played by Camille Ibanez. Philip too sought treatment in secret as a result of his fixation with Chloe Lane. It's possible that Lee was treated magically by Richard Wharton's Dr. Wilhelm Rolfe before he left for the proper mental health care abroad. Given that day spoilers maintain Gabby is innocent, this may result in Lee taking the proper action and clearing her name. In any event, it will be unfortunate if Wendy doesn't have someone to defend her on her special day. Is it possible for Lee Shin to make a breathtaking comeback in time for Wendy's wedding? Stay tuned for updates on all of our Lee Shin predictions and much more, as spoilers for Days of Our Lives hint at some surprises and shakeups in store. Eric and Sloane dispute about Jude's christening, and Eric later hears Sloane discuss it with Nicole. Nicole is planning to organize her own baby's christening. When will she ever realize Jude is hers, we wonder. Will it happen during the christening, or will there be a long wait? Leo is searching for material for his newest gossip column, and there's little doubt that there is enough of it in Salem, from Konstantin and Theresa's schemes to steal the Kiriakis' fortune to the person arranging Xander's setup to the person who started that fire. This episode also features a romantic moment as Johnny and Chanel finally act like a married couple, and Sarah takes in Xander when he is freed on bond. Together, they have some alone time while Ava and Harris spend some quality time together. Stefan is informed by EJ that he is initiating the escape plot. Harris and Ava had sex. Finding out that Steve and Marlena are aware of what Constantine has been claiming disturbs John. Eric and Sloane quarrel about Jude's baptism. When Ava finds out that Stefan tried to make fun of Harris, she is horrified. When Johnny and Chanel tie the knot, he rings her bell. As Abe tells Roman that Kate's survival is miraculous, Kate and Paulina become closer. After Xander is freed on bond, Sarah takes him in. Chanel finds out from Johnny where he believes they should go on their honeymoon. EJ searches for Stefan. Eric gets the feeling that Holly is withholding some information concerning Tate. While spending time together, Xander and Sarah attempt to enjoy themselves, but quickly grow to miss Victoria. Theresa receives a reminder from Constantine about their plan to obtain the Kiriakis' fortune. Jada begs Harris not to destroy his career by continuing an affair with Ava. Leo is on the lookout for material for his latest gossip column. Chad gets a shock when plastered Stefan shows up on his doorstep. Johnny and Steve surprise Paulina and Abe with a little celebration. EJ is shocked to discover that Stefan has turned himself in to the authorities. Harris tips Ava off that there might be an issue with the deal Stefan made. John tells Doc that he's determined to turn himself in once he gives Constantine an apology. Eric watches Nicole having a chat about christening arrangements with Sloane.